Hello YouTube, we're back with another early impression of an E6 S5 showcase, kind of, not really, but more of a discussion on AVENTURINE. Obviously this is on the creator experience server, so as usual the disclaimer, nothing here is final, but essentially I just wanted to talk about how I feel about AVENTURINE. I have here on the creator experience server ran full E6 S5, the whole gauntlet here. On live, I do intend to play him on two-piece follow-up, two-piece pioneer, or two-piece defense. It's neither here or there. It's there about the very close. Here, I'm running him South Soda. You can run him with Keel as well. Both very fine. Obviously, max traces. And I personally was trying him out with this follow-up team here of AVENTURINE, Ruan Mei, Topaz, and Dr. Ratio. And it runs very well. Now, the question is, do I want to E6 him? Not really. I don't. I don't really see any use of it. I'm going to be completely honest. I think he maxes out in value at E2. Obviously, E1 is nice, but E2 is like where he really gets the maximum bonus. And I would not go any further than that. Anything further, I really don't think it's worth it. Absolutely at all. And it is mainly because his E2, right, has a debuff. It is an all-type res reduction by 12% for 3 turns. That's a 3-turn debuff. On top of, if you get his S1, right, you are getting another debuff here with the increased damage taken for 2 turns, which is like really nice considering this is a preservation character that can slot into, oh, what's this? Acheron team, and be a solo sustainer for her at E2S1. And, well, I mean, you don't need E2S1 for solo sustain, but E2S1 pretty much makes it so he is also an active debuffer, right? I'm sure most people are running Trend, and it's, it kind of works. Fujian doesn't really have a taunt, so it doesn't. So this is why I think AVENTURINE is going to be, a great pickup for myself at E2S1. Now, I don't recommend anyone to go above that. I think he's great at E2S1. He's going to slot in perfectly fine, and he's going to be probably my go-to preservation solo sustain for my follow-up team that I intend to play with Topaz, Dr. Ratio, any other, maybe we get a follow-up attack, Harmony character in the future. I don't know. And then on top of that, he himself, AVENTURINE, is also a follow-up preservation, so it actually kind of works out with this whole team comp. So it is very good there. Quick little, I guess, rundown on his stats and stuff. You do want to get to 4,000 defense because essentially he has a trace where every 100 defense past 1,600, he gets 2% crit rate up to a maximum of 48%, which essentially comes down to half 4,000 defense so that you can max out on that trace. This is why you might look here and be like, wow, 55 crit rate on this build is kind of butt cheeks, but with that trace, I am well over cap there. I do already have a build set aside on the live version that already does hit 4,000 defense with the setup at E2S1. So I am ready for that. I do think he is a really good preservation character, but I don't think he is a character that whales really need to go for E6. I'm sure if you do make a hyper carry team with E6 AVENTURINE, with E6 Sparkle, you can get some funny numbers, but it's just really not worth it, It's like playing Nuke Fujuan on E6. That's a quick rundown. I personally am going to be getting E2S1, specifically for Acheron, as well as for my Topaz team. For anybody that is following me on my live account, I personally am waiting for the Topaz rerun. My Topaz is E0S0. I don't have her light cone, so I'm actually waiting for Topaz and possibly going for E2. If I'm absolutely deranged, maybe even E6, because recently I had my eyes open to the possibility of maybe an IPC centered follow-up attack team. Maybe Jade is a follow-up attack character, and I just saw the trend of, wow, Topaz, wow, AVENTURINE, both IPC follow-up. Wait a second, Dr. Ratio, he's kind of affiliated with the IPC as well, senior staff, etc., whatever, and he's follow-up attack, so, maybe it is good to invest into this team comp, and it does do quite well. Obviously, I'll be running some footage here of some of the runs. It does pretty well. It's not that bad. I really do think, considering the footage is based on E2 Ratio and E1 Topaz, like the damage was very, very good. Dr. Ratio's damage with that full team at E6 is kind of bonkers as well. Each follow-up attack is doing like anywhere from 100 to 200,000, which is insane. His alts are beefy as well. So Yeah, that's gonna be pretty much my rundown on not Dr. Ratio, Aventurine. I think he is very cool. My only gripe, I guess, on his character is that he doesn't wear his shades. I really do think it should have been like a toggleable, I guess, option where you can toggle his shades on and off. But yeah, that's gonna be it. If you guys like, the video, leave a comment, subscribe maybe if you want to. You don't have to. Yeah, hopefully, the next character E6 showcase is gonna be a little bit more interesting, but this is a preservation character. Nothing much to talk about here. It is what it is. I think Boot Hill is a hunt, so we might have a little bit more interest there, Don't know what Robin does, but she is in Harmony, so it'll be exciting what she can do as well. Yeah, that's gonna be it. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.